What's good with y'all, bro? Happy New Year. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but we back. And I can't make any promises that I'm back for good because I never make promises I can't keep. But I've been slacking on content for a little bit, not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The reason why I've been slacking on content is because I low-key got tired of making videos, giving advice and stuff like that. I feel like I did it so much and I'm ready for something new. New year, new content. Now, I ain't the type of nigga to get on here and say, new year, new me. No, nigga, new day, new me. But yeah, I kind of got tired of the same old content. The last video I posted was that video of me talking about some lessons that I learned after turning 18. Now, that video had been getting some attention, and I like doing videos like that. Now, as some of you may know, I am in college. I'm in my freshman year going on sophomore year. Class of 2029, baby, let's go. But nah, though, since I'm in college, I want to talk about the things that I learned in college, and this is definitely a video to teach the upcoming college students how to navigate through life while being in college. Here's some things that I learned. Let's get straight to it. Man, one thing I learned in college, man, this shit is so easy. Like, the work is so fucking easy. I made it through my first semester in my freshman year of college with a 2.8. And not to lowball or talk down on myself, but I didn't think I was going to accomplish that. If y'all watched the last video I posted on this channel, I was talking about how I was nervous about college and stuff like that. And one thing I was nervous about in college was the work. That was the main thing that I was nervous about. Getting my grades up and keeping myself at an academic probation. And so far, I did it. I accomplished the first semester of my freshman year. And just to let y'all know, that 2.8 consisted of 4 B's and 1 C. I took 5 classes my first semester of my freshman year, and I passed all of them with good grades. Now that I'm looking back at the time before I went off to college, I'm thinking to myself, man, I have shit to be nervous about. And I believe that college is a little bit easier than high school. In high school, they give you homework and you have to submit it the next day. But in college, you got more time. So to my upcoming college students, use your time wisely. Don't use that whole week to go to parties. Them parties can wait. But we're going to get into the party stuff later. But for all the upcoming college students that are watching this video right now and is nervous about the academic part of college, don't be. All you have to do is just do the work. And for the people who are watching this and wondering what my major is, I'm majoring in mass media and mass communications. For some of you watching that don't know what it is, let me educate you. The type of work that you can do with a degree in mass communications is pretty much news personality, radio personality, news anchor, camera operation, audio production, film production, and anything that has to do with what you can see on TV and what you can hear on the radio. And another thing I want to say about college as far as the academics is all my classes are pretty fun. Only boring class I had was math, and let's be honest, most of us fucking hate math. But other than that, I enjoyed all my other classes. And that's another thing that I want to teach all my upcoming college freshmen. Make sure you have fun classes. At the end of the day, you're in college. You're not in high school anymore. You are paying for this. Whether you're paying outright with the money towards your tuition or you getting a loan from financial aid, whatever the case may be, you are paying for this shit. So if you are taking college classes, make sure you are having fun in those classes. If you don't like one of your classes, drop them and switch it out for another one before the deadline. Because like I said, you are paying for it. The base for a good experience in college is having good classes. I know if you're a freshman or upcoming freshman in college, you can't really pick your classes. They pick it for you. But like I said, if you get classes and whatever classes you get, you don't like some of them, drop them and switch them out for other ones. Make sure that your college experiences, as far as academics and as far as classes goes, is a good experience. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that part. Another thing that I learned in college is that finding your tribe is pretty easy. Think about it. Y'all all there for the same reason. Ain't nobody going to college on no bullshit. Because another thing I want to teach some of y'all upcoming freshmen is that fighting and all that bullshit that you did in high school, you cannot bring that shit to college. They will kick your ass out. So yeah, most people are in college for the same reason So that means pretty much everyone on the campus has something in common, especially if y'all got the same major. Y'all got something in common. So it's easier to make friends and it's easier to make connections and find your tribe and find your circle. Y'all all going for the same reason, so y'all got something in common. And common equals compatibility, and compatibility equals attraction. And for me being the type of nigga that like to keep my circle small, I actually found my tribe, and I found some good homeboys that I think we're gonna be friends for life, if I'm being honest. And for all my homeboys watching this, man, Happy New Year's to y'all. I love y'all niggas, man. We brothers for life, and y'all know that. Y'all know how that shit go. But again, not lowballing myself, not talking down to myself. I also didn't think I was gonna make no friends neither. Because in high school, I used to think, oh yeah, the type of nigga I am, most niggas don't got nothing in common with me. I don't fit into most crowds because I'm different from most crowds and I don't really do all the shit that other niggas my age be doing. In high school, I ain't have a lot of friends. I had a couple that I'm still cool with. But like I said, in college it's different. You got all types of people in college. It's somebody in college that's on the exact same path as you, and you will come across those people due time. So for all the upcoming college students that's worried about making friends and making connections, don't worry about that part. The people who will find you and who are meant to find you will find you. And that leads me to another thing that I learned, which kind of has something to do with what I was just talking about, dating. Now, I will say this. I haven't gotten in a relationship with anyone in college since I've been in college to be telling people not to date. But I don't want to stay committed to anybody in college until I find that person that is meant to be in my life. Most people will tell you not to date in college, but I believe that we're young. We're young. Date. It's okay if you don't got a lot of money and you don't got your shit together. We college students. Hell, we all broke. If you broke and you a nigga watching this and you in college, 9 times out of 10, that same girl that you talking to in college, she gonna be broke too. Unless she's spoiled and her parents be sending her money every motherfucking week. And them the type of women that you typically don't want to fuck with because they gonna be expecting you to do the same thing. And if you don't, then she gonna find another nigga who will. But have fun. Date. We are all young. We all in college. We're all having fun. We're all young. Let's not take life so serious. Take school serious? Yes. But take life serious? Hell no. We're all in college. We need to be having fun. So date as much as you can in college. Now, as far as getting in a relationship with someone in college, now that is a different story. Like I said, I would recommend all my upcoming college students that's watching this video right now, if you're going to college and you trying to get in a relationship, wait. In the meantime, date. Bars. Date until you finally find that girl or boy that is meant to be a part of your life and that can add value to your life. And another thing I want to say is, me personally, I don't typically go for girls at college parties or any party that has any college girls that goes to my campus. I don't typically go for those girls. What I'm saying is, I don't really go for girls who go to parties because I know the path that I'm on, and the path that I'm on is not on that same path that a girl at a college party or a girl at a club is on. My soulmate is not at a club or a party. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I do go to parties as well. I've been going to quite a few parties since I've been in college, and we're gonna get into that later in the video. But I don't go to parties. Me personally, I don't go to parties to find no girls. I'm gonna be honest. Now, I go to parties to find some hoes, but a good girl, I don't try to look for that shit at no club or no party. Like, if I'm just trying to crack, then okay, I might go to a party or two, find a little girl that I fuck with, you know what I'm saying, on a sexual level, and then you know things gonna go how I need to go from there. But as far as finding my soulmate, I'm not gonna find that shit in no club or no party. So I would highly recommend all my upcoming college students to not try to look for their soulmate or to look for their boyfriend or their girlfriend at a club or a party, because it's not gonna happen. Now, this leads me to the next thing that I learned. Now, I'm not a nigga that's big on parties, and some of you watching this should already know that, and probably already know that. I'm not a type of nigga that's big on going to parties, but go to parties. Get out your dorm. You don't necessarily have to go to parties, but get out your dorm. Hang out with your homeboys or hang out with yourself, but make sure that you are not staying in your dorm all day. Because again, you or whoever's paying for your college is paying for you to be in college. So why would you waste all that money just to sit in your dorm? When it come to college, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's about academics, but it's also about having fun. It's about an experience, especially if you go into a HBCU. And I would recommend all my upcoming college students that are melanated to go to a HBCU. Now, if you want to go to a PWI, okay, that's cool. That's your preference. But I would recommend all the melanated upcoming college students to go to a HBCU because you going to feel like you are in a community with people that actually care about you and that come from the same ethnic background as you and have things in common with you. But yeah, back on the parties though. Again, I'm not a party person, but I still go to parties just for the experience. It's a part of the college experience, especially, like I said, if you go to a HBCU, it's a part of the college experience. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would be in my dorm. I ain't gonna lie. But, for the experience, I still go to parties. I'm like, why the fuck not? I'm also not afraid to miss out on certain parties neither. Like, if I have to miss out on certain functions, I'm not really tripping about it. Because I like going to parties, but I also like being in my dorm while eating my snacks and watching me some good TV. Bro, I sound like an old head. Nah, but for real though. But yeah, go to as much functions as you can. And if you don't want to go to the party, don't have to. If you do want to go to a party, then go. It's college. You do what you want to do. Ain't nobody holding your hand. And that leads me to another thing that I learned at college. We have so much freedom. Bro, it's not like high school where you got to come to class every day. Bro, if you don't want to come to class, bro, if you choose not to come to class, bro, that's on you. They're not going to be over your head talking about something, make sure you go to class. They're not going to be, bro, a dean is not going to be in no damn hallway talking about something, make sure you go to class. No, bro. If you choose not to go to class, that's on you. That's on you and your GPA, and that's on your academics. Now, am I telling the upcoming college students that's watching this video not to go to class? Hell no. Go your ass to class. But at the same time, let's say if it's a certain day you wake up and you're just not feeling it. Whether you tired, whether you had a hangover from the party that you went to last night before school or before class, and you just not feeling good when you wake up, or for your mental health, whatever the case may be, if you're not feeling it or you don't want to go to class, you don't have to. Like, if we being real, you really don't have to go to class if you don't want to. Because at the end of the day, you an adult. You can do what you want. They're not going to be over your head or holding your hand or giving you a handout. Man, bro, these people in college and these professors in college do not care if you go to class or not. They still going to make their bread at the end of the day. So go to class, but use certain days out of the semester for your mental health. All right, now let's get to the nitty gritty thing that I learned about college. The females. Now, when it comes to these females, I ain't gonna sit here and say the cliche thing that everybody else be saying. Oh, these girls in college, they be overly going. Oh, these girls in college, they be hoeing. Man, cause not all girls in college be hoeing, bro. Shitting me. Nah, I'm just playing. But nah, not all girls in college be going. But let's say most of them in college be going. I have not yet gotten in a relationship with not one girl in college. And that's simply because I be nervous to talk to women. Because I ain't gonna lie, the girls on my campus, they pretty. Okay, so quick little story time. That's kind of on the topic that I'm talking about. So it was this one dude, he was just walking to minding his business. And this girl seen him from afar and got his attention and approached him. And she was like, excuse me, you got Instagram? And he was like, yeah. And then they exchanged contact info or whatever, and they went on about their day. But I said that to say this. I ain't never seen a girl approach a guy until I got in college. You would think that women don't be out here approaching men, but that ain't the case in college. These women are bold. Excuse me, in this clip that you guys are currently watching at the moment, I was having a lot of fun at homecoming. And side note, homecoming, it was mid. I ain't even gonna lie, it was mid. I know it's better homecomings than the one on my campus. And that leads me to the last thing that I learned about college. I want to go to another campus. The campus that I go to is not really hitting on shit for real. Homecoming was mid. They don't got no events that be going on. We have to go to parties outside of the campus. They barely have any parties on campus. And that's crazy to me. But I'm still making the best of it. And I am definitely going to apply to more colleges and transfer next fall semester because this shit mid. But to leave you guys off on a good note, to end this video off, I do have my own room. I really fuck with having a single dorm, no cap. And that's another thing about college. You learn a lot about yourself and you find out a lot of shit about yourself. And one thing I found out about myself is that I like to be in my own space. Like having my own room, that shit came in clutch my freshman year. Like I get to do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about no nasty ass roommates or catering to my roommate's needs or none of that shit because I got a room to myself, baby. Next fall, I don't know if I'm going to have my own room or not. I might have to stack up my bread and pay to have my own room, but that's completely fine. Now, having a roommate is not bad, but it's I just can't do no roommate. As some of you know, and I'm going to keep reiterating this in this video because I mentioned it in the last video I posted, I have anxiety. And that anxiety will not allow me to have another person be in the same room as me, live in the same room as me, and sleep in the same room as me. Yeah, hell no. Fuck no, I can't do it. But yeah, I love having my own room, man. This shit fire. I ain't had no girls in my room yet, but hey, I'm blessed. I don't say blessed because when you say blessed, you literally are telling yourself or somebody else to be less. Let's break down the word BLESS, be less. All right, I digress. What the fuck is he going on about? All right, man, but that's all the lessons I got for y'all today. Stay tuned for the next video or the next vlog or whatever the fuck else I'm going to be dropping. Like I said, I cannot make any promises to you guys that I'm going to be dropping again or being consistent with this shit, because that'll be lying to y'all. And I don't like lying to my supporters. So stay tuned for when I drop again. I have been dropping my music consistently. And for some of you who may not know, I do make music. That's Queasy on all platforms. QUIZY. Fuck with a nigga. But nah, though, stay tuned. I'ma holler at y'all in the next video. I love y'all niggas, and I'm out. Yeah.